We are live now.
Yes, Salim will be starting.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning.
Just check
Good
with
morning.
Sukun. Just check with Sukun now. Let's start it.
Yes, please start.
Okay. Yeah, please.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, from wherever part of the world you are joining in. So today we have this important webinar, which will talk about the women-led sanitation in India, especially in two states of Odisha and UP. So as we all know, women around the world have been playing a pivotal role in various sectors of the world. However, their role has been limited in the sanitation sector. This notion that women cannot play a pivotal role in sanitation sector is being challenged by two major states in India, that is Odisha and UP. So this webinar aims at highlighting the efforts of the two states in bringing women SHGs, especially SHGs, forefront with the aim of enhancing sanitation services and ultimately empowering the community SHGs and women. So today we have in the agenda we have the following. So our director Subrata Chakravarti will be introducing the webinar there and the importance of SHG engagement in FSSM, especially the operation and maintenance part. Then we'll have a keynote speech by Monica Verma, that she is the additional director SUDA UP. Next, key initiatives under AMRUT MITRA initiative in UP and the related SHG engagement will be taken up by Alka Kumari, Program Officer CSE. Then we'll have a report release, small report release, where we took a study to know the training need assessments and the key findings of women-led SHGs in O&M of FSTPs. Next, we'll have Durgesh Nandini ji from Odisha. She is Additional Secretary, Additional Mission Director from Housing and Urban Development Department. She'll be talking about the Odisha's experience in SHG engagement for O&M of FSSM plants. After that, we'll have women SHGs joining from UP as well as Odisha, sharing their experience in operation and maintenance of FSTPs. After that, we'll have a closing remark by Subrat Chakravarti and the way forward. So, letting you know the registration status, we have more than 200 plus registrations from 11 plus countries. Next up, Subrat sir will be taking forward from now. He has an experience of more than 22 years in social development field. Currently, he is leading Water CSC program. So over to you, sir.
थैंक्स सरीम। मैं सबको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आपने आपका माइक्रोफोन ऑफ रखिए। Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. This is a critical webinar from our side. So before we start, let us give you a small introduction of our CSC program and water program. So CSC is a non-profit organization, was set up in 1980s. This is a Delhi-based organization, and we do intend to bridge the gap between information and knowledge, and between knowledge and public awareness. And our objective is to influence public policies and practices for sustainable development. And the objective further to promote sustainable development with equity, participation, and democracy. And we have been awarded with a couple of international and national awards. And we are all center of excellence with various ministries in the government. And we are also a partner with some of the state governments in India. And we have a state-of-the-art training institute and living laboratory, PI, which is Anil Agarwal Environmental Training Institute. So the key focus of our work has always remained to learn from field, which is action research. And then based on the research finding, we document, we prepare knowledge and for advocacy. And with that advocacy information, also we do capacity development programs, curated programs, and from all the knowledge we gather from the field, we do input our capacity building programs for that. And also we encourage and practice cross-learning sessions. Next. Sarim, next. So at CSC, okay. So in water program, we have three major areas where we do work. One is the water sector, another is the wastewater sector, and also in Uttar Pradesh, we have a state engagement with the urban development department. So in the water sector, our focus always remain to have water sensitive and climate resilient cities program. In wastewater, our sustained focus is sustainable state and city sanitation program. And in Uttar Pradesh, we are supporting the UP government in scaling up septage management programs. And that we started with Chunar and Bijnor, two Ganga towns, and then we supported the department to scale up this program. And out of this initiative only, in 4 of the cities, we have engaged, we help the state to engage women SHGs for operation and maintenance of the plants. So, and also as training institute, we regularly conduct training programs and webinars. So we have trained, couple of thousands of practitioners and researchers across states and across countries. And we have multiple publication, whatever we learn from field, we come up with publication, and all the publications are available in our website. So we have a small team of around 15 members in our water team that we, with that we support various government and various governments at starting from the city level to the national level. Next. And we have our partnership across globe, various educational institute, research institute, various government. Next. So this is among some of the key publications here we have. And for septage management in Uttar Pradesh, we have come up with all the learning collaterals in last couple of years, and which is intensified in last 2-3 years of our program. Next. And the scope of the webinar is to facilitate knowledge sharing and related experience in the engagement of SHG in Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. So Odisha is pioneer in this sector. They have engaged SHGs in operation and maintenance of more than 100 plants, and that will be listening directly from Odisha, from Durgesh Nandini madam. And from that, we got encouragement from that exercise, and then we worked at the state level, UP level, to onboard SHG members in 4 of the cities. And also during our journey, the AMRUT MITRA initiative came up, and we leveraged this program to onboard SHG members. So we'll be sharing our experience on the onboarding of SHG members in the AMRUT MITRA program. And also we will be hearing directly from the SHG members who are involved in the operation and maintenance of Faecal Sludge Management System in Uttar Pradesh, so that UP SHG members learn from Orissa, and also Odisha SHG members can share their experience, how they are doing, what are the advantage, challenges they are facing. So this is also cross-learning session. Next. So the context is to empower SHGs in sanitation in broad sense, and to be specifically in the FSTP operation and maintenance, and also sharing insight from AMRUT MITRA program, how this program has helped us to onboard SHG members in various facets of water and wastewater management sector. And our main objective is to exchange knowledge across boards. And with that, also we'll be highlighting our training and capacity building program, because when we started our program with the SHG members, we faced no challenge in coming up with proper training material for them. So that's why you have done a training need assessment program. And based on that, also we have done rounds of training of the SHG members. So we'll be releasing our TNA report today. And as an external expert, so we will be having experts from Orissa today. And the one more into SHG operation and maintenance of fecal sludge treatment facilities. Because in India, probably there are 5 million of sanitation workers, and in urban area, there are many sanitation workers who are women. But in the FSTP business, the presence of women are really less. So that's we hope that with this initiative, people will start thinking on onboarding SHG members. We have recently also done another study on the operation and management of different facilities. This study was limited to UP. And in UP, there are certain plants which are being operation and maintenance of being managed. Both plants are managed directly by the ULV officials. And we have done a cost comparison of O&M, and we found that the 4 cities which are FSTPs of which are being managed by operation and women SHGs are really cost less. So this can be, the policy makers and practitioners can think in this line and explore the possibility of onboarding more SHG members in the operation and maintenance of FSTPs. And then the last objective is to collaborate among the stakeholders. Next. So with that, we'll move to our session 1. Here, additional director Ms. Monica Verma is supposed to come from Dindayal Antyodaya Yojana NULM Suda from UP, and Madam is currently serving as an assistant director at the Suda government of Uttar Pradesh. She oversees Dindayal scheme and the pilot of NULM scheme, playing a pivotal role in driving urban development initiative. As the NULM scheme nodal officer, she has demonstrated exceptional performance, infusing creativity, innovations. Now, unfortunately, what I have heard is that she is not able to meet because of some emergency. And now Ankita Mishra, State Mission Manager from State NULM, would be sharing her experience. Welcome. Welcome, ma'am, Ankita Mishra. Sir, do we have Ankita Mishra here, ma'am? Ankita ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I am there.
Okay. So can you share your insight? Do you have a presentation to share?
There is no presentation. I'm
Okay.
sharing the verbals.
Okay, no problem. Please
Okay.
go ahead, and in case you feel comfortable, you can share your video as well.
There is a network issue, so it will be audio presentation.
Okay, no problem. Please go ahead.
Okay. We and AMRUT, it's a convergence initiative in AMRUT 2.0 and DNLM, where we focusing on SSG women's participation for the urban water infrastructure. And this is launched in last year, 2024, 5th March, for the water quality testing and for FSTP operations. यहाँ पे हमारे SSG वुमेन्स का एंगेजमेंट है, जो टोटली हमारे FSTP सेंटर्स पे वर्क कर रही हैं एंड वाटर क्वालिटी टेस्टिंग को जांच कर रहे हैं। इसके जो की फीचर्स हैं हमारे, और हमारे अमृत 2 पॉइंट से इनका है कि सस्टेनेबिलिटी चेक हो रहा है कि वाटर सप्लाई प्रॉपर है कि नहीं है। दूसरा, वाटर की एफिशिएंसी चेक हो रही है। एंड यहाँ पे हमारा जो सूडा का रोल है वो है कि जो अमृत से फंड हमें इनिशिएट होते हैं वो हम डिसबर्स हैं थ्रू सैलरीज इन देयर अकाउंट्स, SSG वुमेन्स अकाउंट, एंड मॉनिटरिंग ऑफ डूडा ऑफिशियल्स की प्रॉपर वर्क फील्ड पे हो रहा है कि नहीं। दैट्स इट।
So you are on mute.
So can you tell us a little bit about your water testing program, how it is going, how SHG members are supporting that? Because anyway, we will be discussing the FSTP O&M issues in detail. If you can
FSTP
quickly
में हमारी जो
share your
महिलाएं
experience with men. Ma'am, are you sharing anything? So you're on mute. Hello. So I think we have lost her. Sorry.
So Pluto, shall we move to the next person?
Yes, please. My internet is also weak. That's what I see. Yes, please move to the next. Sarim, can you hear me? Can you show the presentation slides?
Is it visible?
Yes. So now we are inviting Alka. So Alka is our colleague working in Uttar Pradesh, and she has been instrumental in onboarding SHG members in this treatment value chain and for operation and maintenance of FSTPs. So she has experience of working at the state level, how this is done, what are the steps followed for onboarding SHG members, and what are the steps involved for involving the SHG members in the operation and maintenance of FSTPs. Alka, thank you, and it's up to you now. Please continue.
Thank you, sir. So I'll be sharing the key initiatives in the state of Uttar Pradesh that we have taken around SHG engagement for the fecal sludge and septage management. Next slide. So I'll take you through my presentation. So I'll be explaining about the AMRUT MITRA initiative a little bit and the roles of different stakeholders involved in it, the timeline of integrating SHGs in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and the process that we have followed for integrating the SHGs in the state of Uttar Pradesh. I will also delve into the CSC's key initiatives around SHGs engagements and some of the key pointers I'll be sharing about the training need assessment report, which we are releasing today during the webinar. So I'll be sharing some of the gaps identified during the training need assessment that we performed and the main components and the learnings of the training need assessment report. We will also delve into the implementation of trainings that we have conducted after the learnings that we have received from the training need assessment. So I'll delve into some of the trainings as well and the way forward. Next slide, please. So if I talk about the AMRUT MITRA initiative, it is basically a convergence initiative under AMRUT 2.0 and the NULM, which especially focuses on SHGs, women's participation in urban water sanitation infrastructure. The theme of the initiative was Women for Water, Water for Women. The initiative was kind of initiated in the month of February last year, but that was launched in the month of March 2024 by AMRUT, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So basically, like other states, Uttar Pradesh has also done its part and initiated the AMRUT MITRA model, integrating SHGs into different projects. So if I talk about totality of the projects, the scale up was about 89 projects executed, engaging 884 women across UP. Out of which 4 cities were selected for engaging SHGs for the FSTPs operation and maintenance, in which 16 women were engaged for the operation and maintenance activities. Next slide, please. So if I talk about the different stakeholders involved, so the basically the main stakeholder would be SHG women. In the 4 cities, we have 1 supervisor, 1 gardener, 2 sanitation workers as AMRUT MITRA, and they get their monthly remunerations through the state urban development agencies, and which kind of coordinate with the district urban development agencies, which are helping the urban local bodies in identifying the potential SHGs, rolling out of the work orders jointly with the urban local bodies, and they maintain the attendance records, coordinating with the SUDA for monthly remunerations. So if I just go down for the role of urban local bodies. So urban local bodies are responsible for building the capacity of the SHGs, for signing the work orders, giving them trainings, and also providing them personal protective equipments, safety equipments, and also at the FSTP premises, giving them provision of toilets and electricity. So in all the FSTPs, in the 4 FSTPs that where the SHGs have been engaged, are Sitapur, Raebareli, Jaunpur, and Khurja. These are the 4 cities. So if I talk about the electricity, so electricity has been provided by the solar panels, so all the plants are energy efficient. Now, Center for Science and Environment has been providing technical support to the state for planning, for budgeting and exposure visits, for engaging SHGs. So we have been a part of the program since the inauguration and since the exposure visits conducting and the preliminary visits that we have done with the SHGs for onboarding them to the FSTPs. We are also providing technical support for training to the SHGs. The content has been provided by us, and we have also developed a standard operating procedure for operation and maintenance of FSTPs that can be implemented by all the FSTP operators, and also that is helpful in maintaining the plants. So next slide, please. If I talk about the timeline for integrating SHGs in the state of Uttar Pradesh, as I have told that the announcement of AMRUT MITRA happened to be in the month of February last year, and in the month of March it was launched. Since the launch was made, we started onboarding the SHGs. We started doing exposure visits. We started identifying the SHGs as per the AMRUT MITRA guidelines, and as the SHGs were finalized, we started the training need assessment so that we come to know, we understand what are the knowledge gaps that SHGs have right now, what are the challenges that they're facing, and what can be done to make them operate and maintain the FSTPs efficiently. So the training need assessment was done in the form of a questionnaire, which was run in all the 4 cities. We in personal visited all the 4 cities, and through the learnings of the training need assessment, we have prepared a targeted training program, and 2 rounds of training has already been conducted. One in the month of July last year, which was basically about giving them basic understanding of what FSSM is and how to operate the plants, what are their roles and responsibilities. And this year in the month of February, we have conducted SHG refresher training round 2, which is a kind of a reinforcement of the first training, the previous training, and we have done some advancements also that I'll be sharing in the coming slides. So this year, the renewal of the AMRUT MITRA initiative has happened, and the work orders has been issued to the SHGs operating the treatment plants in the 4 cities. Next slide, please. So if I talk about the process of integrating SHGs in UP, so we have been a part of the program since the initial days, like the preliminary identification of potential SHG members. We were there, and we helped in the orientation and exposure visit of the shortlisted SHG members, and subsequently there was a preparation of work order for the final SHGs, which led to the signing of the work orders. And we gave handover of the plan to the SHGs only when the previous operator assisted them for a month or 2, so that they get hold of the operations and the maintenance activities properly, and then the handover was being given. And we have also done some of the capacity building programs, and we have a robust mechanism of monitoring and evaluation of daily tasks that they perform. So this was the process that was integrated. Next slide, please. So if I talk about the key initiatives that CST took place for the self-help groups, as I earlier said, we have conducted some of the awareness programs and orientation programs for the self-help groups, and state level training we have also conducted for the operation maintenance of FSTPs, where not only SHGs from around the 4 cities was invited, but all the operators around the state was invited. So if I talk about how many treatment plants are there, so I would say total 59 treatment fecal sludge treatment plants and co-treatment plants are there in UP, out of which in the 4 FSTPs, the SHGs were engaged. So through the training program, they got the feel of the state and what the state is doing for the other operators, and how the other operators are managing the plant, and also they felt included through the training program. So we have also conducted some of the city level trainings in which we in person visited the FSTPs, and we conducted the hands-on training with the demonstrations at the FSTP itself. And like this year only, we have conducted refresher training for operation maintenance of the FSTPs, where large panels have been installed at the FSTPs for the ease of self-help groups and the visitors which are visiting the treatment plants. So compiling all the experiences that we have had throughout the year, we have compiled one guidance note on engagement of SHGs for O&M of FSSM plants, which actually details out the procedure of onboarding Also, we found that while onboarding the pilot project, we found some of the gaps, and eliminating those gaps, we have curated this document which specifies a standard procedure that can be followed while scaling up by the state uh, for engaging all the self-help groups. So we've submitted this guidance note to the state for reference. Next slide, please. So I'll just share some of the key pointers about the training need assessment report that is being released in this webinar. So I'll share some of the key components and the learnings that we've got from the training need assessment report. So when we conducted the training need assessment, this was conducted in the form of a questionnaire. So while developing a questionnaire, we made sure that all the aspects of the operation and maintenance should be covered, and some of the key areas that needs to be covered for the daily task performances of the SHGs needs to be incorporated into the questionnaire. So through running the questionnaires in the form of personal interviews and also focus group discussions, we found out that there was lack of awareness on basic FSSM related terminologies among the SHG women. There was very less to no clarity on roles and responsibilities that they need to perform. There was limited knowledge around health and safety. Supervisors had no to partial understanding of the treatment chains, the modules that are there in the treatment chains. Since UP has a different set of treatment chains around the cities, so all the 4 FSTPs where SHGs have been involved are unique in their own way. So SHGs were kind of finding a hard time to understand the modules and the cleaning schedules of the modules, the treatment chain. So we found out that these things needs to be identified, and we need to eliminate them. So one thing which was positive was their group behavior, and the coordination among themselves was really good, because they knew themselves as a group earlier as well. They were a part of SHG, so there was no conflict as such that we faced. And there was lack of awareness on usage of tools and equipments. They were not aware which equipments to use for cleaning of what module and how to use them in the treatment chain. There was no understanding around emergency preparedness, risk, and hazards. And obviously, there was a lack of knowledge on module specific, because these are the technical things that needs to be understood by the SHGs. So all these gaps were identified, and this led to the formation of the components of the training need assessment report. So my next slide is the components. Next slide, please. Components of training need assessment report includes availability of tools and equipments, which tools needs to be, we have a checklist of the important tools and equipments that needs to be available at the treatment plants. General information about the respondents was collected to understand what is their background and how they are they able to commute to the FSTPs efficiently, and is there any burden in their families that would affect the sustainability of FSTP. So these kind of information was collected, and the importance of health and safety was incorporated through this training need assessment. Specific technical skills required for FSTP operations was included in the training need assessment report. Basic general understanding, basic terminologies of FSSM, sanitation value chain, what is KLD, all these things were incorporated. And this is how we evaluated the SHG knowledge levels and the challenges that they were facing. We just try to overcome them through this small initiative. So next slide, please. So if I talk about the learnings from the training need assessment that we performed through group discussions, through exposure visits, and the focus group discussions, the personal interviews also, we came to understand that there is always a need to reinforce learning and keep SHGs women updated on treatment modules and their functions. All the FSTPs needs to be equipped with first aid kits and safety equipments. We need to ensure that all the tools and equipments are available in the cities. They need to comply to the standard operating procedures for operation and maintenance activities. So, and monitoring and evaluation of daily tasks is a key component of the daily operations. We have a robust mechanism for evaluations, and we do have periodic evaluations through a checklist method. So these were all the learnings that we had from the training and assessment, and leveraging these learnings, we have created a targeted training programs. So I'll just quickly go through the training programs that we have conducted. Next slide. So this we have covered that during the orientation, the preliminary orientation of the SHGs, while onboarding the SHGs, we conducted that some of the SHGs were made to visit the treatment plant so that they understand the roles and responsibilities of them that they need to perform while operating the plant, and basic terminologies of fecal sludge and septage management. Why is it important? Why the FSTPs has been constructed, and what is the need of employing SHGs into the FSTP? So all these things were being told to the SHGs so that they get hold of the FSTPs operations and why there was a need to do that. So this all was done through a classroom orientation, through some activities, and also exposure visits. Now, the next slide, please. So SHG first refresher training was conducted in the month of June last year. So there we covered the detailed terminologies of FSSM, because till now the SHGs were onboarded, and we had some of the findings that SHGs were not aware of basic terminologies related to FSTPs and FSSM. So we made sure that they get hold of all the terminologies and they are able to explain to the visitors and also perform their operations effectively while operating the plants. So some of the health and safety aspects were also covered during the training. The basic understanding of treatment technologies was also given to them by visiting the treatment plants and giving them catch hold of the demonstration of the usage of PPE kit. So everything was being taught to them as a first SHG refresher training. So as you can see, there was a classroom training happened, and also some of the demonstration happened also at the FSTP itself, because the training was happening at the FSTP itself. So next slide, please. So the second SHG refresher training, we kind of reinforced the last training that was taught to the SHGs, and also some of the big panels were installed at the FSTP so that all the visitors understand what are the do's and what are the don'ts. They don't have to do what activities are the FSTPs, what are the things that needs to be prohibited, and what are the equipments that are required for the smooth operations of the FSTPs. And also, since each of the treatment unit is unique, and each of the treatment unit has different modules across the cities. So in each of the cities, the module specific operation maintenance practice was kind of written on big boards with the precautions and their cleaning schedules, and for the use of SHGs and the visitors, so that if in case they forget something, then they can just always get back to the boards and operate their plants effectively. So that's how the refresher trainings happen. So as a way forward, I would say we would like to scale up this engagement of SHGs in other cities also, because the treatment plants are doing well. We just want to sustain the initiative since it has been renewed. That we are also heading towards development of a training module for the trainers, which is going to be released maybe the next month. It is going to be released. It will act as a guide for the trainers. We have curated this document by collecting all the experiences that we have had from the trainings. So it's a kind of a document which has a 3-day training program. So you can just visit our website for the training module in case interested. And then reinforcement of training would be the part of the initiative. This year also, we'll be reinforcing the trainings, and of course, this will lead to the sustainability of FSTPs. And we are definitely doing regular monitoring for the O&M activities. So next slide, please. So at last, I would just like to say that we still have a long way to go. It was a pilot project that we did in 4 cities. So thank you.
Thank you, Alka. I request Sarim to project the slide for the next session. So next session, we have release of the document, right, Sarim? Sarim, we have now release of the document, right? Sarim,
Is it
Sarim, can you
visible?
hear me?
Is it visible?
Sarim, now we have release of the documents now.
Yes, yes. Is
So
it
there is the
visible?
curtain raiser, right? This
Is it
is visible, but go for the curtain raiser, please. Yes, yes. So now we'll be releasing the training need assessment document that we have done, and we want all of you to just go through this. This is a small document we have prepared. Thanks, my colleagues in CSE, and also we have taken support from Orissa for that. So this is the QR code. You can scan and download this document. So if this is done, Sarim, we can move to the next session. I hope Durgesh Nandini ma'am is already here. I just don't want to just waste time. I'm very eager to learn from her.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Let Sarim project your slides, please.
Yeah.
Ma'am, thank you. Thank you very much for finding out time from your busy schedule to join this meeting. And we really would like to know from you, because already in a couple of years you are working with the SHG members, and they have been given full responsibility for O&M of FSTPs, and the kind of achievement and challenges you are facing, you have achieved. Probably in UP you will be seeing this in coming years. So it's to you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Uh, well, it's a privilege to address on this important session focused on the vital role of community partners in advancing fecal sludge and septic management in Odisha. Well, as you all know, Odisha has been at the forefront of inclusive urban sanitation, pioneering several models that place dignity, safety, and sustainability at the core. Central to this journey has been our recognition that technical solutions alone are not enough. The real drivers of transformation have been the people and institutions who work on the ground, engaging communities, mobilizing behavior changes, ensuring services reach the last mile, and upholding the rights and dignity of sanitation workers. So, today, as we look at the landscape of FSSM in the state, what stands out is the collaborative ecosystem that has been nurtured, where the government, knowledge partners, self help groups, urban local bodies, private service providers, and citizen champions, they all come together as true partners in change. Our community partners, the SHG groups, have played a catalytic role, whether in facilitating dislodging services, promoting safe sanitation behaviors, or strengthening accountability at the grassroots. Their work complements government efforts and ensures that the benefit of sanitation reach every household, every settlement, and every individual, especially the most vulnerable. Well, through my presentation will give you a glimpse into the reach and drivers contributions of our community partners across the sanitation value chains. It will also underline why their engagement is not just desirable but essential if we are to move from infrastructure creation to inclusive, sustainable sanitation for all. Now, let us now walk through how these partners have taken shape, what impact they have made, and how we can build on these successes for a cleaner, healthier, and more dignified urban region. Next slide, please. So, through my presentation, I will take you through the journey, the process of community partnership, capacity building, the roles and responsibilities, the operation and maintenance of the cesspool vehicles, emphasis on transgender inclusion, challenges faced, and awards and accolades that we have received. Next, please. So, um, our FSSM model, the vision was to partner with the local communities for a sustainable urban development. At the same time, to empower the gender and also for us how we can get a sustainable operation and maintenance of our plants. Odisha, which has a strong ecosystem of women SHGs and urban and rural areas, that helped us in partnering with the SHG groups in the operation and maintenance of the FSSM. We have 120 FSTPs, operational FSTPs in the state, where the operation and maintenance is being done by the SCG group members in almost in 119 plants. And even the plants also have the technical resource persons who are also women, and they are also from the self-help groups. And out of these 19 SHGs who were onboarded for the operation and maintenance of the FSTP plants, 109 are women SHGs and 10 group members are exclusive from the transgender SHG groups. Now, these women and transgender effectively they are integrated into service delivery, and they are being provided with the assured incomes and benefits. Next slide, please. So our journey started way back in 2020 when there was the COVID situation. Initially in 2020, 8 of the FSTPs were handed over for the operation and maintenance to the SCGs. And one first transgender group was onboarded in the operation and maintenance of the FSTP in Qatar. This transgender group, it was initially to collect them, to make them understand what is the what will be their role, and to form into a group and eventually they formed a group and they helped us in the operation and maintenance of the FSTP plants. Now, after that, in 2021, 32 FSTPs were managed, and in this way, by 2024, 108 FSTPs had been handed over to the SCGs, and until date, 119 out of the 120 FSTPs are being run by the women SCGs. 119 SCG groups have been entrusted with the operation and maintenance of the our FSTP plants, and out of which 10 are exclusively transgender groups. Next, please. So, how the process actually starts? Well, we have a SOP which has been laid out how to select the SCG groups. Based on this SOP, the ULB floats an RFP, and based on this SOP, the selection of the SHG takes place. And after the SHG group is selected, they are being taken to the FSTP plant for an exposure visit, and there is counseling, and counseling about how to about the functioning of the plant. Then a 3-day classroom training on operation and maintenance, troubleshooting, safety measures, reporting, accounting procedure, everything is being provided to them. After the 3-day classroom is over, they are then made to work, provided on-site training in the FSTP plants for 2 months, and it's a paid training. After the on-site training is over, the members of the SCG group are being read out the clauses of the contract. It is this key, this operation and maintenance of the FSTP plants is handed over to the SCG group by way of signing a contract. Different clauses of the contracts are being read out to them, and after being mutually agreed, after they fully understand what is there in the contract, then the service contract is being signed by the SCG group as well as the ULB officials. Next, please. So, these in any program, capacity building is a must, and it is also very, very essential. So, as I mentioned that there is a 3-day classroom training and on-site training post their onboarding. So, the objective and the main thrust is to orient the SCG members how to manage the operation and maintenance of the plant. They are being oriented about the processes and the approaches, how to run the FSTP plant smoothly. And they are also given understanding how to identify critical operational issues of FSTPs and how to tackle them, and how to enhance their proficiency in FSTP management. And we know that for any program to become success, it- all of all the stakeholders need to work in a team effort. They have to provide a joint, a concerted effort. So we have organized team building workshops uh, for the all the stakeholders of the FSSM, right from the ULB official to SHGs to TRPs. These trainings were conducted in 19 clusters for all the 115 ULBs, whereby we have covered all the ULB officials, all the SCGs and TRPs, so that there is all the stakeholders work as a team, so that there is effective operation management of the program. Next, please. Besides that, after this training, they also provided handholding support in between, and the SHG refresher training programs have also happened. So by now we have conducted around 25 refresher trainings have been conducted, and 728 SHG members have participated, including the urban of local body officials and the other and the SHG members. The total figure comes to around 1,223. So once we provide them refresher training, so in a way we upgrade their understanding of the processes, the safety protocols, their daily operation activities, and we equip them with how to troubleshoot the minor issues they face while functioning the plant. And they are also being asked to follow the SOPs that are being issued and the instructions that are being issued from the department time to time, so that there is the consistent plant performance, and also it is in compliance with the environmental norms. And this refresher training also helped to clarify their roles and responsibilities, their doubts, their issues, and also to ensure that there is better coordination and accountability between all the stakeholders. Next, please. So the roles and responsibility of the SHGs in operation and maintenance of the FSTPs is that once the SHG group is selected, they are supposed to provide deployed trained members, a plant manager, and technical resource person at the FSTP. And all their roles and responsibility lie on the daily and periodic operation and maintenance of the plant. And they are also to ensure that the FSTPs are always well maintained. There is timely troubleshooting of issues as per the SOP. And in case there is any major technical issue, like the breakdown of electromechanical items, civil works, etc., they need to escalate it to the ULB. And also timely and regular cleaning of the plant components, ensure the availability of the equipment, tools, the lab, chemicals, regular maintenance of the lawn and planting premises, as our FSTPs are sprawling over a land of around 1.5 to 2 acres. So regular maintenance of lawn and planting around the of the and beautification of the uh, space of the FSTP has been also been given there, have been also been entrusted to them. And overall supervision of public park and visitors visiting the FSTP. As I told, that beautification has been given also the thrust. So many of our FSTPs have been developed into beautiful parks where people visit, either for the morning walk, or children come to play uh, during the evening hours. And also they are being asked regularly, time and again, to follow all the SOP, the guidelines and the rules, whatever, and the instructions that are being issued by the government from time to time. Next. So, as I told you, out of our 120 FSTPs functional, 119 have been handled. The operation and maintenance have been entrusted to the SHG members. Now they have gone away one step ahead. The operation and maintenance of cesspool vehicles have also been entrusted to the SHGs in 4 of our railways, like the Baleshwar, Vyasanagar, Bhubaneswar, and Dhenkanal. And similarly, in other places also, the SSG members are also keen in taking up the operation and maintenance of the cesspool vehicles. It is under process. Next slide, please. So, while giving emphasis to the community partners, we have also given emphasis on the inclusion of the transgenders, the most marginalized sessions of the society. It was during the COVID time. These transgender, as you all know, they are quite susceptible, and they were basically stigmatized, and they face socioeconomic ostracization. And during the COVID time, they faced innumerous problems. So it was then the government decided to bring them to the means folder of giving them of including them in the urban initiative. So we gave them an opportunity for their inclusion and operation and maintenance of the FSTP plans. So starting in 2020, when only one SCG group was onboarded in Qatar, now we have been able to hand over the operation and maintenance to 10 transgender groups, and even one technical resource person in FSTP is also from the transgender community. Next slide, please. So if we the challenges that we faced initially in the operation and maintenance of FSTPs, why we took the decision to involve them, is that there was the lack of local skilled and economical human resource across the ULBs. We were basically dependent on the high-end technical persons who would be used to and whose presence was also not there in the medium cities. So that was one of the challenges. Again, the agency that would have been involved in the operation and maintenance would not have any community connect, and which would have affected the operation and management of the FSTPs. That was another reason. And there was the sustainable wastewater treatment, and also there were few opportunities for the dignified livelihood for the marginalized groups. So to combat all these were the challenges that the government faced. So for which a decision was taken to involve the SCG groups, so that we could provide them a secured economic annual monthly assured in monthly income, and also to raise their livelihood. Next slide, please. So this is the impact for the due to the intervention of the government in involving the SHG in the operation and maintenance of the FSTPs. It provided them a secure livelihood. It helped in increasing their income and savings for the group members. It elevated their social status. They were now treated as dignified professionals. And if we talk about the marginalized transgender communities who were once rejected by their family members were now reunited with their family members. There was an inculcation of a sense of pride, ownership, and leadership among the members, and it created a ripple effect for the community partnership in WASH. More and more women wanted to come out to join similar programs conducted by the government, and this came up as a model of sustainable community partnership in sanitation. Next. Next slide, please. So these are some of the awards and accolades that we have received. Next, please. So apart from women, transgender SHGs, even persons with disability have been engaged in the operation and maintenance of the FSTPs. The beauty of the FSTPs of Odisha is that it requires minimum mechanical intervention. It doesn't require much power. It doesn't require much water. So it can be, if we give little training to the women, they are able to handle the FSTPs. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your insight, and also you have indirectly shared what engagement of SHGs not only in the operation and maintenance of plants, but also for operation and maintenance of the vehicles. And this is a very important thing. There is a large number of fleets in the cities, and especially on bigger cities, we have large number of vehicles. So this would be another area. And dignity is always been important criteria for this. So this is another area. So I hope our ULB officials from across cities from UP are watching this, and I hope they will pick up some areas where we can bring improvement in their system and governance system. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time.
Thank you.
Now we move to the last section, which is very important and very critical. So Sarim would be coordinating and moderating this session. We have 4 SHG members who are supporting FSTP operation and maintenance from various cities. 3 are from UP and 1 from Orissa. Sarim, over to you.
Thank you, sir. So I guess हमारी SHG महिलाएं SHG यूपी और उड़ीसा से जुड़ चुकी हैं. अगर आप लोग जुड़ चुके हैं तो प्लीज अपना ऑडियो और वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिए. So this interactive session will be in Hindi, as the supervisors, the SHG members are more comfortable speaking in Hindi, expressing their views freely. So क्या आप सब लोग जुड़ चुके हैं? मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जस्मीन जी ज्वाइन नहीं किया क्या अभी तक?
जस्मिन जी अभी ज्वाइन नहीं किया है.
Sukarna, can you please check in the attendees place whether we have anyone called named Jasmine?
Yeah, so Bruto, I checked. They are there, but I've tried promoting them to speaker, but they're declining it.
Okay. So
I-
what can be
I-
done?
I believe Alka has already spoken to them. He will be joining soon.
Acha. Okay. Okay. Great. So let us start.
तो ठीक है, जब तक वो ज्वाइन करती हैं तब तक हमारे यूपी से हमारी एसएचजी महिलाएं जुड़ चुकी हैं. सो आज हमारे पास 3 शहरों से, सीतापुर, रायबरेली और जौनपुर से 3 एसएचजी सुपरवाइजर्स हैं जो कि एफएसटीपी चला रही हैं, देख रही हैं और चला रही हैं, जिसमें कि मनीषा सीतापुर से हैं, रायबरेली से पूनम त्रिपाठी जुड़ी हैं और जौनपुर से अपर्णा साहू हैं. हम वेट कर रहे हैं जास्मिन जी का भी जुड़ने के लिए. वो उड़ीसा से जुड़ रही हैं. जब तक वो जुड़ती हैं तब तक हम बात करते हैं इन महिलाओं के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, कैसा उनका अनुभव रहा एफएसटीपी के काम को करने में, क्या क्या उनको सीख मिली, कैसे शुरुआत करी. इन सब के बारे में हम आज इन्हीं महिलाओं से जानेंगे. तो सबसे पहले मैं देख पा रहा हूँ पूनम जी हैं यहाँ पे सीतापुर रायबरेली से. तो पूनम जी, क्या आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर.
पूनम जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका जुड़ने के लिए. तो आपसे मेरा एक ये छोटा सा सवाल ये है कि आप पिछले साल अमृत मित्र के अंतर्गत इस एफएसटीपी के संचालन के काम में जुड़ी, तो मैं जानना चाहूंगा आपका अनुभव कैसा रहा, आपका दिनचर्या कैसी रहती है, आपका दिन की शुरुआत कितने बजे आप एफएसटीपी पे पहुंचती हैं, एफएसटीपी पे पहुंचने के बाद आपका क्या क्या काम रहता है, थोड़ा इसके बारे में आप बताइए।
बिल्कुल सर, नमस्ते।
अभी अभी हमारी पूनम जी बताएंगी, उसके बाद मनीषा जी आपसे पूछेंगे। पूनम जी, आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
जी सर।
पूनम जी, जरा बताइए आपका दिन कितने बजे शुरू होता है, कैसे आप वहाँ पे काम करती हैं, क्या क्या काम करती हैं, कैसा अनुभव है आपका काम करते हुए?
जी सर, नमस्ते। मेरा नाम पूनम त्रिपाठी है और हम एफएसटीपी रायबरेली में 4 महिलाएं कार्यरत है, जिसमें कि एक सुपरवाइजर जो कि हम है और 2 महिलाएं हमारी सैनिटाइजेशन का काम देखती हैं और एक महिला हमारी माली है जो कि कैरी वगैरह का काम देखती है। सुपरवाइजर का काम सर होता है मॉर्निंग में 10 बजे, जो हमारी घरों से स्लज के टैंकर आते हैं सर। सबसे पहले उनके गेट पर मैं एंट्री करती हूँ, कहाँ से आया, उसकी कैपेसिटी कितनी है, कितने हजार लीटर का है। उसके बाद रिसीविंग चेम्बर पे स्लज लेने के बाद में उसकी मैं जांच करती हूँ सर, स्लज कैसा है। उसके बाद में उसके 2 तरह से प्रोसेसिंग होती है सर। स्लज को लिक्विड से अलग करना सर, वो स्क्रू प्रेस में जाने के बाद में ड्राई स्लज हमारा ड्राइंग बेड में जाता है, जो कि 20 से 25 दिन में कंप्लीट होता है। और जो लिक्विड होता है सर पानी, वो प्लांटेशन के फिल्टर होकर के सर पॉलिशिंग पॉन्ड में जाता है हमारे यहाँ। पॉलिशिंग पॉन्ड से उस पानी को हम रीयूज में लेते हैं सर, जो हमारे प्लांट पे वहां पर पेड़ पौधे हैं, क्यारियां हैं, उनकी सिंचाई करते हैं। फिर उसके बाद में सारा सर उपकरणों में, जो उपकरण है हमारे यहाँ प्लांट को चलाने के लिए, उनका रख रखाव, प्लांट की साफ सफाई और प्लांट सुचारू रूप से चल रहा है या नहीं, इसकी देखभाल करना, ये सारी चीजें सुपरवाइजर कार्य है जो कि मैं कर रही हूँ। धन्यवाद सर।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद पूनम जी। अब मैं अपर्णा जी से पूछना चाहूंगा कि वो एज अ सुपरवाइजर उनका क्या काम रहता है और उनको अपना काम के प्रति क्या अनुभव है, कैसा लगा है अभी तक, इतने टाइम से 1 साल हो गया है आपको, अभी तक आपका काम के प्रति क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, वो मैं अपर्णा जी से जानना चाहूंगा। अपर्णा जी, थोड़ा आप बोलिए।
नमस्ते सर, मेरा नाम अपर्णा साहू है। मैं जौनपुर एफएसटीपी प्लांट पे सुपरवाइजर पद पे कार्य करती हूँ। सर, सुपरवाइजर का कार्य पूरे प्लांट को सुव्यवस्थित एवं सुचारू रूप से चलाना होता है तथा महिलाओं की सुरक्षा को सुनिश्चित करना होता है। हम ये सुनिश्चित करते हैं कि महिलाएं कार्य करते वक्त पीपी किट का यूज कर रही हैं कि नहीं कर रही हैं, और हम स्वयं भी कार्य करते वक्त पीपी किट का यूज करते हैं। और जब भी हमारे यहाँ गाड़ियां आती हैं तो हम उसके लॉगबुक में एंट्री करते हैं, जैसे वो गाड़ी कहाँ से आई है, उसका मोबाइल नंबर, ड्राइवर नेम, सिग्नेचर इत्यादि। और हम कई प्रकार रिकॉर्ड भी मेंटेन करते हैं, जैसे विजिटर रजिस्टर, पॉलीमर केमिकल रजिस्टर, और जैसे एक दिन में मशीन कितना चला हुआ है वो भी रजिस्टर मेंटेन करते हैं, जिससे हमारे जो यहाँ विजिटर आते हैं उन लोग को कुछ समझाने में काफी आसानी होती है। उसके बाद हम ये ध्यान देते हैं कि हमारा प्लांट साफ सुथरा हो, जिससे हमारा प्लांट सुंदर दिखे और हमें कोई बीमारी भी ना हो। और हमें जब भी नगर पालिका से प्लांट पे कार्य करने के लिए किसी सामान की आवश्यकता होती है तो हम नगर पालिका को एप्लीकेशन देते हैं और समय समय सामान मिलता है, जिससे हमारी महिलाओं को कार्य करने में काफी मदद मिलती है। तथा हम जो स्लज सूखने से लेके सब प्रोसेसिंग तथा स्लज स्टोर तक का पूरा ध्यान हम रखते हैं कि सभी सामान सही से हो रहे हैं कि नहीं। और मशीनें का ध्यान रखते हैं, अगर मशीन खराब हो गई है तो हम नगर पालिका को एप्लीकेशन देते हैं, वहां से कर्मचारी लोग आके मशीन को सही करते हैं, जिससे हमारा जो प्लांट है सही तरीके से चलता है। कई बार हमारे यहाँ पे जो सोलर पैनल है वो खराब हो गए थे, जिससे हमें नगर पालिका को एप्लीकेशन दिए और वो आके बनाए और हमारा प्लांट जो है सही तरीके से चलता है। तथा सीएससी टीम द्वारा जो हमें ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है हम महिलाओं को हम उसके आधार पे कार्य करते हैं, जिससे हमें कार्य करने में काफी मदद मिलती है और हमारा जो प्लांट चलाने का तरीका है वो काफी आसानी से हो जाता है। और रही बात हमें एक्सपीरियंस, हमें कैसा लगता है प्लांट पे कार्य करके, तो हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है। पहले हम लोग हाउस वाइफ घर पे कार्य करते थे, घर वाले पे निर्भर रहते थे, और हम बाहर निकल के काम करते हैं तो हमें काफी अच्छा लगता है। और हमें इस कार्य की वजह से कई बार महिला सम्मान में हमें सम्मानित भी किया जाता है, जिससे हमें कार्य करके काफी अच्छा लगता है सर। थैंक यू सर।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अपर्णा जी, आपके विचार व्यक्त करने के लिए। काफी अच्छा लगा आपको सुनकर। अब
थैंक यू
मैं अब मैं मनीषा जी से जानना चाहूंगा, उन्होंने जब ये कार्य से जुड़ने का निर्णय लिया तो उनके घर वालों की क्या सोच थी, आस पड़ोस में लोगों का क्या सोचना था, और अब क्या वो सोच बदली है, क्या उस सोच में कुछ परिवर्तन आया है, अभी उनको कैसा लग रहा है, क्या उनके समाज में एक्सेप्टेंस हो गई है, ऐसा कुछ कोई चैलेंज आया मनीषा जी आपको, घर वालों, परिवार वालों या आस पड़ोस वालों लोगों से? मनीषा जी।
जी नमस्ते सर, मेरा नाम
नमस्ते।
मनीषा है। मैं क्लार्क नगर की सुपरवाइजर हूँ। क्लार्क नगर एफएसटीपी की मैं सुपरवाइजर हूँ। हमारे यहाँ आसपास के लोग यही कहा करते थे कि ये महिलाएं ये मशीन से जुड़े हुए कार्य नहीं कर सकती हैं और वहाँ की गंदगी से ये परेशान हो जाएंगी और वहाँ पे ये लोग कार्य ना करें। हम लोगों ने वहाँ पर कार्य किया, वहाँ लोगों में बदलाव आया और हम लोग जो है अपने आर्थिक स्थिति से मजबूत हैं और अपने अपने परिवार के मदद करते हैं और पीपीटी किट पहन के हम पूरा कार्य करते हैं और अपने शरीर को स्वच्छ रखते हैं। तो स्लज के प्रोसेस के उपयुक्त में हम कार्य करते हैं और अपने यहाँ अपनी एफएसटीपी पर गंदगी या गंध नहीं आती है और हमारा भी परिवार भी खुश है और हम लोगों को कोई दिक्कत नहीं। हम भी अपने परिवार के घर हो कार्य भी संभालते हैं। घर के खर्चों में मदद करते हैं और वो सीएससी टीम भी हम लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देती है और हमको सिखाती समझाती है और हम लोग कार्य रूप से अपना कार्य करते हैं। आत्मनिर्भर कार्य महिला कर्मचारी हो गए हैं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मनीषा जी, आपसे ये सुन करके अच्छा लगा। अब मैं बढ़ना चाहूंगा उड़ीसा की तरफ। उड़ीसा से हमारे साथ जासमिन शेख जी जुड़े हैं। मैं
हाँ ब्यासला।
नमस्ते जासमिन जी, मैं जानना चाहूंगा आपकी शुरुआत कब हुई इस एफएसटीपी कार्यों में जुड़ने से, और अभी तक का अनुभव आपका कैसा रहा, क्या क्या आपने
और वीडियो
चैलेंजेस फेस करे, कुछ ऐसा अपनी कहानी थोड़ा व्यूअर्स को बताइए।
सबको पहले मैं नमस्कार। मेरा नाम जैस्मिन शेख है। उड़ीसा पारालाखेमुंडी गजपति डिस्ट्रिक्ट पारालाखेमुंडी यूएलबी से। हमारा एसएचजी का नाम है सुरभि किन्नर एसएचजी और मैं एसएचजी की सेक्रेटरी हूँ। और हम लोग 4 साल ऊपर हो गए हम लोग को एफएसटीपी प्लांट संभालते हुए। ये हमारे लिए बहुत प्राउड की बात है। और गजपति जिला का नाम जो कॉन्क्लेव हुआ था वहां पर बहुत अच्छा नाम हुआ था और हमें ट्रांसजेंडर्स को जब इतना बड़ा नाम मिला तो गांव में हमारे बारे में बहुत सारे लोग चर्चा में रहता था बात, तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत प्राउड की बात है। तो हम लोग जैसे ट्रांसजेंडर्स मतलब लोगों की सोच में यह आता है कि जैसे बेगिंग करना कि सेक्स वर्क करना कि तरह तरह की बातें सोचते हैं, लेकिन अभी गवर्नमेंट हमारे लिए एक ऐसा मौका दिया है जैसे कि हम लोग अपने पांव पे खड़ सकते हैं। मेन स्ट्रीम में लाने के लिए जो कोशिश किया है ये हमारे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है। तो मैं सबसे पहले गवर्नमेंट को धन्यवाद दूंगी, जैसे कि सुडा एंड डूडा जिस तरह की कोशिश हमें किए हैं हमारे लिए कि हम लोगों को मेन स्ट्रीमिंग में लाने के लिए, ये हम लोग बहुत सारा धन्यवाद बताते हैं। और सबसे पहले हम लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला था कि कुछ महिलाएं एसएचजी के साथ हम लोगों का एसएचजी के साथ भी कंपटीशन एक हुआ था उस कंपटीशन में हम लोग पार्टिसिपेट किए थे और उसमें हम लोग क्वालिफाई भी हुए हैं। और जब हम लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला तो हम यूएलबी के साथ कांटेक्ट किए, तो उन्होंने हम लोगों को अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया और हमारे साथ एक एग्रीमेंट भी हुआ था और हम लोगों को वर्चुअल ट्रेनिंग भी दिए थे। और हमारे एफएसटीपी प्लांट में जो और कुछ जिलों के 3-4 एफएसटीपी प्लांट वाले आए थे, हमारी प्लांट में उन लोगों का ट्रेनिंग भी हुआ था। और हम लोग को पूरा ट्रेनिंग देकर हम लोगों को जैसे कि एज पर द रूल्स, एज पर द जो भी गाइडेंस हिसाब से हम लोगों को जो शिक्षा मिली है, और हम लोग बहुत उत्साहित के साथ ये काम कर रहे हैं। जैसे कि अभी हमारे जिंदगी में बहुत कुछ बदलाव आया है। जैसे कि सुबह उठते ही हम लोग चलते थे कहीं भीख मांगने की, कहीं चलते थे दूसरा काम करने। अभी ऐसा नहीं है। हम सुबह उठते ही पहले हम अपना काम, अपना ड्यूटी एफएसटीपी के प्लांट को आते हैं, फिर हम लोगों का एक रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बनता है कि जब हम एंट्री करते हैं, हम प्लांट में एंट्री होने के बाद हमारा एक रेजोल्यूशन मीटिंग होता है कि आज हम क्या करेंगे, कैसा काम करेंगे। पहले हम लोग का एक मीटिंग होता है, ग्रुप मीटिंग, फिर हम लोग एक दूसरे को समझाते हैं कि तो ये गार्डन का काम कर, कि वो सफाई का काम कर। हम एक दूसरे का काम आपस में बांटकर काम करते हैं। तो ये चीज क्या होता है, जब हम ये काम में हम विलीन हो गए तो हम लोगों का सोच में जो पहले की जिंदगी था वो पूरा हम लोग भूल चुके हैं। हम लोग को अभी एक ऐसा एहसास हो रहा है कि हाँ, हम भी इस समाज के एक नागरिक हैं, हम भी इस समाज में कुछ कर सकते हैं, लोगों के साथ हम लोग भी मिलके चल सकते हैं और लोगों के साथ हमारा एक अच्छापन महसूस आए उन लोगों को। तो ये हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है। तो जब भी यूएलबी हम लोग को कोशिश करते हैं मेन स्ट्रीमिंग के लाने के लिए, ये एक पहला स्टेप था हमारी जिंदगियों में। अभी हमारे एफएसटीपी प्लांट में 5 लोग हम लोग मेन स्ट्रीम में आए हैं, 5 लोग पूरा एक्टिव के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। हम सुबह 6 बजे आते हैं प्लांट को, फिर हम लोग दोपहर में खाने जाते हैं, 2 घंटा रेस्ट लेते हैं, फिर प्लांट को हम शाम 6 बजे तक काम करते हैं। हम लोग इतना तक कि जब गाड़ी अगर कम आए, लोड्स कम आए, तो हम लोग सोसाइटी में जाके, समाज में जाके एक जैसे कि जन समूह के क्षेत्र में, मार्केट में, रेलवे स्टेशन में हम लोग पॉम्पलेट्स भी बांटे हैं कि आप लोग जो टॉयलेट्स का बारे में हम लोग अवेयरनेस भी किए हैं कि आप लोग टॉयलेट्स यूज कीजिए, और आपका टैंकी अगर फुल हो गया है तो आप लोग म्युनिसिपैलिटी को कांटेक्ट कीजिए, ताकि बाहर अगर हम लोग डिस्पेंस करेंगे तो ये सब बहुत बीमारियां फैलने की चांसेस है। ऐसे उन लोगों को विभिन्न तरह तरह के उन लोगों को मैसेज देकर हम लोग समझा के, और लोड्स को भी हम बढ़ाने के लिए कोशिश किए हैं। ये हमारे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है। मैं ये कहना चाहती, जब हम समाज में लोगों के पास जाते हैं तो ये पूछते हैं कि आप लोग ये काम कैसे मिले। नहीं, हम लोग ये काम, गवर्नमेंट हमारे लिए एक स्पेशल अपॉर्चुनिटी दिए हैं और इसका हम लोग अपनाए हैं, और इस काम को एक जिम्मेदारी के साथ हम निभा रहे हैं। तो आप लोग हमें सपोर्ट कीजिए, हमें ताकि हमें हमें अपना हिसाब से हमें इज्जत दीजिए, क्योंकि हम भी अपने पांव पे खड़ी हुए हैं। तो ये जो अपॉर्चुनिटी है, ये सबसे बड़ी बात है हमारे लिए। तो आज तक हमारा कोई अस्तित्व नहीं था, लेकिन एफएसटीपी के माध्यम से सरकार जो प्रकार की जो पदक्षेप लिए हैं, तो ये हमारे लिए सबसे बड़ी बात है। तो हम ये कहना चाहते हैं, और भी जितना एफएसटीपी प्लांट से और भी ट्रांसजेंडर्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, और अभी लगभग 120 एफएसटीपी प्लांट में 10 एफएसटीपी प्लांट ट्रांसजेंडर ग्रुप को दिए गए हैं। ये बहुत खुशी की बात है। हमारा एफएसटीपी प्लांट जब हम 4 साल के पहले गए थे, हमारा सेकंड वन था, पहला कोटक में था, सेकंड हमारा गजपति यूएलबी, पालाखेमुड़ी यूएलबी था। तो अब हम लोग का 10 ट्रांसजेंडर ग्रुप हो गया है। तो सारा ओडिशा में इस बात को लेकर बहुत चर्चा हो रहा है। हम जहां पर भी जाते हैं तो हम लोग को एफएसटीपी प्लांट के कार्यकर्ता हिसाब से हम लोग को पहचाना जाता है। इससे बड़ा बात और कुछ नहीं है हमारे लिए, क्योंकि एफएसटीपी में काम करना ये हमारे लिए एक अचीवमेंट है, कोई अचीवमेंट से कम नहीं है। हम लोग स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को हम लोग बहुत धन्यवाद कहना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि जितने भी ट्रांसजेंडर से और कोशिश करें, गवर्नमेंट हमारे लिए और कुछ नया नया रूल्स लेके आए, हम लोग को मेन स्ट्रीमिंग से लाए, ये हमारा उनके पास विनती अनुरोध है। धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जास्मिन जी, आपकी कहानी सुन करके काफी लोग, मुझे लगता है, प्रोत्साहित होंगे। काफी यहाँ पे नगर पालिका यूएलबी से लोग जुड़े हैं, जहाँ पे अभी भी एसएचजीज नहीं इन्वॉल्व हैं इस काम में। तो हो सकता है आपकी स्टोरी कहानी सुन करके वो लोग थोड़ा प्रोत्साहित हों और अपने क्षेत्र में जो भी महिलाएं या एसएचजी काम कर रहे हैं उनको इस काम में इंगेज करें। मैं सारे एसएचजीज जो भी यहाँ पे जुड़े हैं महिलाएं, आप जासमीन जी, मैं सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करूंगा। आपकी स्टोरी, आपकी कहानी बहुत प्रोत्साहित करने वाली है, बहुत प्रोत्साहन प्रदान करेगी, सिर्फ ना सिर्फ जो आज जुड़े हैं उनको, बल्कि जो बाद में इस रिकॉर्डिंग को सुनेंगे उसको भी। तो काफी अच्छा लगा, और ये जान के अच्छा लगा कि दो स्टेट हैं इंडिया में जो कि लीडरशिप ले रहे हैं, जो कि फ्रंट रनर हैं महिला सशक्तिकरण को बढ़ावा देने के लिए। और ये काफी अच्छी चीज है मुझे लगता है, और आगे भी आने वाले दिनों में ये चीज को और सपोर्ट मिलेगा गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, सरकार की तरफ से और लोगों की तरफ से। और मुझे लगता है सपोर्ट के साथ साथ जब महिलाएं समूह आप लोग काम करेंगे तो बहुत अच्छी चीज होगी समाज के लिए, समाज तरक्की करेगा। और साथ साथ हमारे नगर पालिकाएं जहाँ पे स्वच्छता, सैनिटेशन एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है, उसके कामों में काफी मदद मिलेगी। तो यहाँ पर मैं रुकना चाहूँगा, और इसके बाद क्लोजिंग सेशन के लिए, क्लोजिंग रिमार्क्स के लिए और आगे हम क्या अपेक्षा कर सकते हैं वे फॉरवर्ड के लिए, आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल सुब्रत सर टू टेक ओवर। सर,
Thank you, sir.
what do you?
Thank you very much. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So our small action at this state level, at the district level, at the city level, to involve SHG members, SHGs, in the operation and maintenance of FSTPs really gives confidence to a group of people, women, transgender people, gives them identity, give them recognition, give them expands their livelihood opportunities. So मनीषा, पूनम, अपर्णा, जस्मीन, ये सारे जो महिलाएं बात किया, जैसे उन्होंने जैसे उनका बात बताया वो भी अच्छा लगा। लेकिन उससे ये भी होता है कि हमारा जो हौसला है वो भी बुलंद होता है कि हम सही रास्ते पे चल रहे हैं। दिस इज वेरी encouraging for us at the same time. You are in the right path. And now at the closing session, I want to thank you, Durgesh Nandini ma'am, Ankita Mishra ma'am, Alka and Sarim to participate, to support in conducting this session. And also I thank you Manisha ji, Punam ji, Aparna ji and Jasmine ji, हमारे साथ जोड़ने के लिए, आपका जो अनुभव है वो शेयर करने के लिए। ये हमको बहुत हौसला देते हैं, हमको कॉन्फिडेंस देते हैं, हम आगे भी अच्छा करने का कोशिश करेंगे, ये भी होता है। तो जैसे सबके साथ अगर हम एक साथ, मतलब जैसे एक पंछी को उड़ने के लिए दोनों जो उनका है विंग्स चाहिए, पंखों दोनों ही चाहिए, ऐसे अगर हमको प्रगति का रास्ता पे चलना है तो ऐसे नारी पुरुष और ट्रांसजेंडर सब एक साथ मिलकर अगर चलेंगे तो हम और भी जल्दी आगे बढ़ पाएंगे। एंड to move further, I think we have received some clues from Orissa presentation that what can be our next steps and what are the course correction we can do in our initiative in Uttar Pradesh. That will definitely pick up and engage with the government to pick up those points. And also we'll see how these things can. Very much thank you all the viewers, all the attenders. With that we want to close है क्या इस session में?
So
Sir, at last,
yes,
can we have all the videos on so that we can have a last photograph with all the participants and speakers?
yes, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सभी
Okay,
लोग एक
so
बार अपना वीडियो कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिए, हम लोग एक स्क्रीनशॉट या फोटो लेंगे एक मेमोरी के तौर पर। मनीषा जी एक बार आप, और पूनम जी आप भी अपना कैमरा ऑन कर लीजिए। जासमीन जी अगर आप सुन रही हैं तो आप भी ऑन कर लीजिए। Alka, you can take the screenshot if everyone is joined. It's done, Alka? Okay.
Done.
Okay. थैंक यू
Okay.
सो मच सभी को
Thank
बहुत
you.
बहुत धन्यवाद ज्वाइन करने के लिए। हम ये वेबिनार अब क्लोज कर